Hey guys, before we get started on the video today, I wanted to talk about a couple of things real quick. I do have a TCG player if you guys want to help support the channel. Anything that I sell on here I usually use towards the channel, whether it be better equipment, more video ideas, things like that I can spend on working on it. I use it for that. As well, I have a eBay channel that I do sell pretty regularly, deck cores as well as other kind of card game stuff and things like that. So you'll see a lot more of that coming up here on this channel too. So please reach out to me on eBay if you're coming from the channel and just say, hey Drew, saw your video, I'm interested in this item, and I'll throw you an extra discount. Okay, but that's it for me, so let's get back to the video. Peace. Hey guys, True Knight here. This is both a very kind of sad video and happy video at the same time. I, along with all the other content creators and the entire player base, witnessed Jess's video today, this being August 1st. Happened this morning while I was at the gym. It sucks, you know? It sucks to see somebody who is this well associated with the game, was obviously invested, and has done and performed so well, decide to quit. And seeing players like-minded leaving, you got bigger names like Urena, Dukenboy, sorry. Many players are talking about just checking out. And many other players who are in the scope, I don't want to say people are pro players and things like that because I don't want ego to get involved, but larger scale content creators are agreeing with Jess, and I do too. And it's not even, like, I'm a locals player, and I haven't even gone to a regional since Duelist Alliance. No, my last regional was with Metalflow. I've been doing the whole dad life and work, just haven't had the time. You know, like, I mean, now I have to schedule time to go to locals. God forbid I even need to schedule a time to go to a region, or much less a YCS. So, for me, it's not even prizing support. I already feel like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Player base is a bunch of idiots because we allow the prize support to be the way it is. I know Takahashi talked about money never being a thing, and cool, I get it. Respect. But it doesn't take rocket science to somebody in the office to say, hey, maybe a Nintendo Switch isn't good enough. Maybe we should show more appreciation for the people that paid us. Like, the reason that you guys have food on the table is because of us. Like, don't forget that, you know? So, for me, prizing support, it is what it is. For the bigger players out there, for you guys competing at the top levels and everything, I feel for you. Like, I honestly, I mean, it's great you get to walk away with your top finish and all, and you get to have your buddies be proud of you. However, the amount of money you invested in cards, the amount of time you invested practicing, and then the amount of money for the trips you're gonna make, the ends don't justify the odds, you know? So, and I've heard the argument, well, this is a hobby. Cool. There's other hobbies out there that include, you know, archery, or sport, or darts, competition like that, but the prizing in those kind of things makes you feel accomplished. You feel rewarded. And in this game, it's not there at all. It's kind of just laughable. I know you guys have probably heard it all day, but like, compare this to Lorcana. We're a joke. And Lorcan has been around for what? I don't even know. A year? Like, One Piece, Pokemon, Magic, all those games do so much more and give so much more. So for me as just a locals guy, I don't really have any kind of foot in that door, so I don't ever speak on that, but I do see the side of reasoning, and that's what I'm trying to express here. I see it. I understand the reasoning for the frustration. What else just goes into is that the game just sucks right now. Like, compare it to probably this time last year, the amount of fun level that I've seen in my group, the people I would try to go out to weekly, myself, my team. First of all, nobody's talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! It's all just like in the chat groups that I'm in, it's just memes and jokes. There's no discussion to be had like there was last year. Like, people would talk strategies, people would talk ratios, people would talk extra deck sightings, people would talk about all kinds of things last year. Strategies, mixing engines, things like that. Now, there's none of that. It's all just jokes. And we talk about other card games. My team, the last time I saw them together with me was that local stream I did where I played Infernoble. That was the last time we were all together. Ever since then, I had one of my team members is going through some personal stuff, another one of my team members just said until Snake Eyes is gone, I'm out. We haven't seen him since. Myself and my buddy Jose, who's also like one of the team founders, we communicate basically pretty much weekly, every day, almost. But the last time we played in a tournament together, God, I think the last tournament him and I played together in was when I played Sword Soul Runic right before the ban list in April. So it's just been a this year has been a series of just downhill for my perspective of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I hold on to a little bit of faith. Like, things will get corrected, things will come around, and then stuff like this happens, and videos like these come out. Players talk about it on their Twitch streams, or players tweet about it, or players discuss about it in chats, and like, the overall consensus is that the game is just not fun right now. And then it just slowly turns into, yeah, but have you guys tried out this Lorcana strategy? And then it just goes into that. So it's very disheartening, and it sucks, especially as a person that my content is based off of Yu-Gi-Oh! Mostly. What I'm known for is my favorite deck of all time, Sword Soul, and things like that. But like, it's hard, guys, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to continue to make these videos on this game when the game is just, when you take a step back and look at it from a bird's eye view compared to all these other TCGs, like, it's just not there, you know? Like, right now I have a Sword Soul deck, but I also got 2 Lorcanic decks, a Pokemon deck, and a Magic deck. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'll mess around with the Sword Soul deck before I'm about to do a deck profile video to make sure that when I'm talking about the deck on the video that I know what I'm saying and how I react to it. But other than that, I'm just practicing and messing around with the other TCGs. And I'm having fun with those. And I'm listening to their communities. I'm listening to players in those communities talk about the game, talk about their decks and things like that, and I'm enjoying it. And I want to be convinced that this upcoming ban list in this month is really gonna make Yu-Gi-Oh! Take a turn. And we're gonna be all sitting there in our chats or in our groups or at our locals or wherever saying, yeah, we're back, baby, we got this. I just don't see it. I don't think Konami is smart enough to make the moves that are gonna need to be made on the ban list, because they don't have the balls to. Konami is only ever going to be about what sells. So as long as they know they're going to make money, they're going to push towards that thing. So any ban list prediction I do, or somebody else does, or anything like that, you can deem it as a wish list. Because we all have a perspective of, well, this is what makes sense to make a healthy game. But Konami doesn't care about a healthy game. They just want your money. So, Fiendsmith Snake Eye is what's going to win that tournament? Guess what? We know you're going to pay for that deck? Guess what? We won't touch it. And then, like in another video I saw with MBT earlier today, there's a ton of Snake Eye support coming around the corner with that Xenia deck or whatever. So even the hits that they make to Snake Eye, we're just replacing one evil with another in a couple of months. So the hope is just not there. And it sucks, because I like the game. I played the game back in 2013. Played for about 5 years. Or no, played for 3 years. Took a hiatus. Got wrapped up in family life and had to step away. Came back to the game in 2019. And like, it's just the same bullshit, just a different day. Like, it's just a frustrating game to be a part of. And I hate that. I hate to say that, because as much as I dog on Konami and I shit on them and I call them trash and garbage and call the people in the office at Konami idiots, like, I still hold out hope that, you know, maybe somebody sensical will come in and enlighten us. And I felt a little bit of it in July when we saw that post about the ban list, because I was like, hey, wait, somebody in that office actually stepped up and said, we need to communicate to the players. But what I realized right after that post was, they're not communicating for the sake of the players. They are communicating to ensure that info sells. Because we were all sitting there going, is a ban list coming? Is a ban list coming before Nats? Should I invest in this? What if a ban list drops the 13th? And they make it effective the day before Nats? So what did Konami do? They felt that. People were talking about it online, people were talking about it on Facebook, people were talking about it on Twitter, where they see all these things. So what'd they do? Because they got spooked, and they said, this is maybe holding back people from buying. Let's make this announcement that we're going to do a ban list at the end of August. However, we're going to say it so we can wait and see and evaluate. And we all celebrated. We all sat there that day just like, gosh. We all clapped and threw flowers and balloons and threw a party, and we're so excited because Konami communicated to us. And it sucks because now, as soon as I sat down and thought about all that, I literally went to the gym and I was like, wait, they were not saying that for the sake of the player base. They were saying that to ensure people go out and buy out info. And you know how I confirmed that in my head? As soon as they made that announcement, people in my chat left and right. Hey guys, I just saw that Twitter. I'm gonna go buy a case of info. Oh yeah, I'm buying too. And that's what they wanted. So, for anybody to sit there and think they cared about us, no, they just cared about making sure that that product was going to sell. This company does not care about the player base. Not in any sense. They don't care about Jess. They could care less about Jesse. They could care less about Josh. They could care less about Pack. They could care less about Billy Brick. They don't care. All they care about is what is going to make them more money. So this upcoming ban list is going to be predicated around him. Do you really think that they're going to hit Fiendsmith when it just came out and made them all that money? No. They'll hit Fiendsmith once they reprint it and make a little more money. Or they'll do what they did with the adventure package and TCG and just ignore you. And just make it phase out of existence after about 2 years. No, this next ban list is going to be a commercialized ban list. This next ban list will not be, hey guys, we thought about the health of the game, we wanted to do this. I've told everybody that it's going to be a meme because my joke to my group is Ash will go to 2, Flameberg will go to 2, and they'll say have a nice day. But I wouldn't put it past them. Like, everybody's expecting a huge, massive ban list. I've seen people comment, I've seen people chatting. Well, because they communicated that ensures we're getting a massive ban list. They never said anything about a big ban list coming. For all we know, this is the next Worlds 2023 ban list, post-Worlds, where we saw a 3-card list for Rise Heart, Seals, and Magnum. It could be just that. Ash to 2, Flamebirds to 2, OSS to 1. And they could call it a day. It just sucks. It just sucks. And it's just not fun anymore. As a matter of fact, it hasn't been fun in 4 months for me. What has been fun is other TCGs, which I encourage every single one of you to pick up another TCG. Before you want to sit there on your judgmental soap opera, try another TCG for a week and tell me how you feel at the end of that week. See how other TCGs treat their player bases before you get on your pedestal and preach about Yu-Gi-Oh! Being the only thing. Because I've heard all the arguments. It's for the love of the game. It's the best game. Yada 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 yada. Cool. I get it. I agree. This game does more than any other TCG out there. But me as a player, what do I prioritize? Do I prioritize the mechanics? Or do I prioritize what's in it for me? So, those are things to think about. Now, the happy end of the video. This video right here today, and what I've seen on Twitter lately, what I've seen on Facebook lately, what I've seen in chats, what I've seen on social media lately, it's the thing I've been saying since April. The player base needs to start coming together and telling Konami to go fuck themselves, or we're never going to see change. So what happened tonight that I noticed? I was on my way to go pick up my son, and I saw Pack was streaming, so I turned on Pack's stream, and Pack was reviewing this video. And what did he say? He said, hey guys, at every YCS they have a survey that you can communicate to Konami what you want to comment about the game and what it could do better. And he was right. If even 1,000 people do it per event, after a year there will be like 20,000 complaints. And at that point, as a company, you have to address shit. Coming together. He encourages it. You know? Yu-Gi-Oh! Pasano. He's made several videos where, hey, you guys, the only way to tell Konami now this is bullshit is if we all do it. Come together. But what sucks is that this is also probably one of the most toxic player bases I've ever seen in any game. Any game. The level of toxicity in this game and just sheer, like, blatantly disgusting people is astronomical. These people have no filter, and these people all live in their own little headspace where only they are right. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but you guys have heard me in my videos before where I've come out and said I was wrong, or I have to give so and so props because I was wrong about this and they were right, or I stand corrected. I'm first in line whenever I admit to my faults. I myself am my own worst critic, trust me. But like, the amount of people's egotistical little brains that come out when this player base talks, it's just astounding to see. So it sucks, because this person, who was a top 8 Worlds competitor, voiced their issue with the fact they walked out of a Worlds Championship with nothing, after finishing top 8 at the highest level of competition there is in their game. And the player base laughed at her and told her, well, you deserved nothing. And these are the same tiny little people who have never topped the locals. Okay? So, it's just kinda... it's pathetic, you know? And I mean, to those people, my message to you is you have my pity, because that's what you deserve. But like, to this person who has given their heart and soul and time to this game, to be shit on by that game for finishing in the top 8 just sucks to see. And I'm happy at the same time because she stepped up. And that's something I've been telling you guys lately in my videos, is that people want to come into comments and they want to say the most off-the-hinge BS things that they can think of to come out of their little mouths. But then you look at their YouTube channels and they have no followers, no subscribers. They're just trolls that comment on shit, you know? And they come into your comments and just say how you're an idiot and you're wrong and you're a dumb content creator and blah, blah, blah. But they themselves don't have the courage to get in front of a camera and speak up. And what I tell those people is that before I'm getting rid of you, I just want you to know that I laughed at you because you're that pathetic. This is very serious. And I feel like this is going to cause a trickle-down effect. And we are going to start seeing more of this. Because I feel like this is what I've been talking about in my videos for the past 2 months, is where people need to step up and say, fuck you to Konami. And we're going to start seeing that. So that Konami has to respond. Because if not, the alternative is, you will receive a Nintendo Switch and another Verse Dragon if you win a tournament. but you might be able to go to this locals tournament for 8 men, 8 women, whatever, 8 people, win it, and you could pull a QCR worth $500. So, again, very sad to see. I appreciated watching Jess do amazing, topping and winning, and then topping top 8 at Worlds. I appreciated it, and I hate to see Jess go. I hope Jess picks up another TCG, because I would love to see what they do with it and watch that. But my hope is that people will now start having the courage, and that maybe, just maybe, if we want change, we're gonna see one tomorrow with another big name step up. And I hope we continue to see it until Konami says, oh no, we got an issue. Because they should have to answer for this. They should have to answer for this. So, those are my opinions on the game right now. It's kind of a bittersweet day. Seeing someone go of this prestige sucks, but hopefully they'll be back. But I'm also happy, like I said, because I feel like this is the beginning of a player base that's going to start to stand up. So that's my hope. But anyway, guys, be kind, be respectful. Again, like I said, if you want to come in with degenerate comments, I'll laugh at you on the way out. So anyway, see you in the next one. Peace.